What causes ulcers in your horse? Part 1. There are many different things that cause ulcers. Some can be environmental issues, meaning what's going on around your horse, how they're being hauled, or they travel, or the events that they're in, whatever it might be. But there are also nutritional things that we can do that can contribute to ulcers. Here is one of them. I found 3 different studies that talked about the sugar and starch intake of horses compared to ulcers. Now, you have to keep in mind that sugar and starch is going to be a different scale depending on the horse. Not only how big they are, how much feed they could or need to consume on a daily basis, but also how much activity that they are participating in. But one of the most compelling studies that I read about was a 2021 study in Belgium where they took 27 healthy horses and 21 horses with ulcers and evaluated their diets. The horses that were healthy took in not only much less sugar and starch, but almost half of the sugar and starch of the horses that actually had ulcers. So there was 2 other studies. Another study found that not only a high sugar and starch intake contributed to ulcers, but also a low forage intake compared to the amount of sugar and starch that they were taking in. So maybe sugar and starch alone is not the only contributor, but not feeding your horse enough forage. Horses need forage desperately in their digestive system, and having a ton of sugar and starch in there can mess up their microbiome in their stomach and cause these gastric ulcers. So feeding a lower percentage of sugar and starch as compared to the horse's total intake per day can help to fight off gastric ulcers.